All right, so even though it's Christmas Eve, we've got a really interesting deep dive lined up for you all today. We're going to be exploring, the world of lithium refining, specifically looking at Tesla and a company you might not have heard of before. It's called MTM Critical Metals.
Yeah, very interesting company.
Yeah. And, you might be thinking lithium refining on Christmas Eve.
Right.
Really?
Right.
But stick with us, okay? Because this is a story that could have implications for cheaper electric vehicles.
Absolutely.
And, and a greener future.
A greener planet, for sure. What's really fascinating about this story is that there's all this, speculation about a potential partnership between these two companies.
Yeah.
And it really is, it's like a detective novel, piecing together clues.
Yeah.
From industry news and job postings and even, geographic proximity of these two companies.
Right.
It's really interesting.
So, okay, let's unpack this a little bit. Why is lithium refining such a big deal in the first place?
Well, I think most of our listeners probably know this, but just to recap, lithium is it's the key ingredient in the batteries that power, almost everything these days.
Yeah.
Our smartphones, electric vehicles, and as the demand for electric vehicles just continues to skyrocket.
Oh, yeah.
So does the need for lithium to make those batteries. But here's the thing. China currently dominates the lithium refining market.
Right.
So that's where Tesla's new lithium refinery in Texas comes into play.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So this is the first of its kind in the U.S.
Yeah, it's huge.
A massive operation.
Yeah.
Capable of producing enough lithium hydroxide for roughly 50 gigawatt hours of batteries a year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's enough to power a whole lot of Teslas.
A lot of Teslas, a lot of other things too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a strategic move by Tesla, I think, to secure that domestic supply of lithium.
Right.
And potentially reduce their reliance on China. But what's really interesting, and I think this is where the story starts to get really, intriguing, is that Tesla is being very secretive about this specific refining process they're using in Texas.
Oh.
They've said it'll be a sustainable acid-free process.
Yeah.
But no specifics.
No specifics.
And this is where I think MTM Critical Metals enters the picture.
Okay.
And they have this potentially game-changing technology called flash joule heating.
Right.
Or FJH.
FJH, okay.
And just imagine a process that can extract lithium from its raw form in a matter of seconds using really high temperatures.
Wow.
But without harsh chemicals.
Wow, okay.
So it's kind of like a super fast, eco-friendly, microwave for lithium.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I think about it sometimes.
Right.
The efficiency of FJH it's really kind of mind-blowing. It can accomplish in seconds what traditional methods take hours to do.
Wow.
It uses way less energy, and it potentially produces a higher yield of lithium.
Wow, okay.
And guess what? MTM is also setting up shop in Texas.
No way.
Yeah. Not far from Tesla's refinery. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. This is where it gets really interesting. So Tesla recently posted a job description for a lithium refinery process operator. And guess what one of the desired qualifications was?
Okay.
Experience with direct lithium extraction processes, which is exactly what MTM specializes in with FJH.
Wow. Okay. So that's got to be more than just a coincidence, right?
And maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's pretty suspicious.
That's very, very interesting.
And you know what else? MTM's CEO has been dropping some, I think, pretty strong hints about ongoing discussions with some major players in the auto industry.
Right.
And he's even got a planned U.S. trip coming up to meet with potential partners.
Wow.
So think about the timing here.
Well,
Both companies setting up in Texas.
right.
Both focused on sustainable lithium refining.
Right.
And these kind of cryptic comments about, partnerships, it's all starting to add up.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah. So are we saying that Tesla and MTM might be secretly working together? Well, while there's no official confirmation from either company,
Right.
I think the pieces of the puzzle seem to fit.
Yeah.
I mean, the potential synergy between these two companies is pretty undeniable.
Yeah.
Tesla needs a sustainable and cost-effective source of lithium.
Right.
And, well, MTM has the technology to deliver it.
Right.
I mean, think about it. A partnership like this, it could have major implications for the whole EV market.
Yeah.
Imagine Tesla having access to a much cheaper and more sustainable source of lithium.
Right.
That could translate into lower prices for their EVs.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I find so interesting about this whole thing is that a more efficient refining process could really be a catalyst
Oh, yeah.
for wider EV adoption.
Hmm.
But beyond just the cost, what about the environmental impact?
Yeah, well, that's another potential game changer. Like traditional lithium refining methods, they can be really energy intensive
Yep.
and often rely on like pretty harsh chemicals.
Right.
MTM's flash dual heating, it's got like, much smaller environmental footprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So potentially we're looking at like a win-win, cheaper, more sustainable EVs, all thanks to this innovative technology. But, just for a minute, let's play devil's advocate here.
Okay, yeah.
What if this is all just a big coincidence?
Right.
What if Tesla is using a totally different refining process?
Yeah.
And this whole partnership thing is just, a pipe dream.
Well, I mean, that's always a possibility. I mean, Tesla is known for like doing a lot of in-house innovation.
Right.
So they might have developed their own secret weapon, when it comes to lithium refining.
Right.
But I think even if that's the case, the fact that a company like MTM exists with this revolutionary technology, I think it really puts pressure
Right.
on the whole industry to innovate and become more sustainable.
That's a great point. Competition can be a really powerful driver of progress.
Absolutely.
But let's say, just for a minute, that this partnership is real. What would it mean for MTM?
Yeah.
I mean, they're a relatively small company.
Yeah. Yeah.
Compared to, a giant like Tesla.
Oh, absolutely. For MTM, a partnership with Tesla, I mean, it would be huge for them.
Yeah.
It would give them the validation,
Right.
the resources, the market access they need to like really scale up their technology quickly.
Right.
I mean, imagine if MTM's FJH process like became the industry standard for lithium refining.
Yeah.
That's the kind of impact they could have.
Well, yeah. It's almost like a David and Goliath story.
Yeah. Yeah.
With MTM potentially playing this pivotal role
Yeah.
in shaping the future of, the EV revolution.
Alongside Tesla.
Yeah, alongside Tesla. And this brings up a bigger question, I think.
Okay.
Even if this specific partnership doesn't work out,
Right.
what does the emergence of these technologies like FJH mean for the future of lithium refining in general?
Well, I think it signals a real shift towards more sustainable and efficient practices.
Yeah.
The old, like, energy-intensive, chemically heavy methods.
Right.
They're starting to look pretty outdated.
Really?
Companies that embrace innovation like MTM,
Yeah.
they're the ones that are going to, like, thrive
Right.
in this new evolving landscape.
So regardless of whether Tesla and MTM are actually, like, joining forces or not, it sounds like their independent efforts are kind of pushing the whole industry forward.
Yeah, yeah.
This isn't just about two companies.
No.
It's about like a collective movement
Yeah, I think so.
towards a cleaner, more sustainable future
Absolutely.
for lithium refining.
For lithium refining, for sure.
And that's what makes this whole deep dive so relevant, even on Christmas Eve.
Exactly.
We're not just talking about, some potential business deal.
It's bigger than that.
We're talking about a potential turning point
Yeah.
in the way we power our world. It's a reminder that innovation often comes from, these unexpected places.
Yeah.
And sometimes the most exciting developments are happening, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
In companies you might not have even heard of.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of behind the scenes, MTM's CEO has been making some pretty interesting comments
Oh, yeah. Like what?
about their ambitions.
Okay. Yeah.
He's talked about wanting to build multiple commercial scale FJH plants,
Wow.
not just in the U.S.,
Okay.
globally.
Wow.
They're clearly thinking big,
Yeah.
aiming to like disrupt the entire lithium extraction industry.
It's a bold vision.
Yeah.
But given the potential of their technology,
Right.
it's not entirely out of reach.
Right. And it's not just about lithium for them.
No.
MTM has also mentioned, exploring the use of FJH to recover other critical minerals
Oh, wow. Okay.
from various sources, even waste streams.
That's what's so fascinating about FJH. It's not just a one-trick pony.
Right.
It could revolutionize how we extract and recover, like a whole range of materials,
Yeah.
which contributes to like a more circular economy.
Right. Exactly. Okay. So we've talked about Tesla's big move into lithium refining, MPM's game-changing technology, and the potential for this partnership that could really shake things up. But what does all of this mean for our listeners, especially those who are, interested in the EV market
Right.
and the transition to, a cleaner energy future?
Well, I think it means paying attention to the companies that are not only building the cars of the future,
Right.
but also like shaping the infrastructure
Yeah.
and the supply chains that are going to make those cars possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's about looking beyond just the shiny new models
Yeah.
and understanding the technologies that are like really driving the progress behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's like appreciating the entire ecosystem of innovation, not just the end product.
Exactly.
Because ultimately, the success of EVs, it depends on a reliable and sustainable
Yeah.
and ethical
Mm.
supply chain
Yeah.
for these critical materials like lithium.
And that's why, these deep dives are so important. It's about understanding the forces that are shaping, the future of electric vehicles
Right.
and ultimately our energy future as a whole. It's about recognizing that the choices we make today as consumers, as investors, as citizens,
Yeah.
they're going to have a profound impact on the world we create tomorrow.
So while we wait for, official confirmation of a partnership
Mm.
between Tesla and MTM, we can definitely appreciate the potential here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This is a story with implications that could ripple far beyond just, the auto industry,
Absolutely.
touching on everything from, environmental sustainability to the future of technology itself.
And that's why I think this is so relevant. Even on Christmas Eve,
Right.
sometimes the most unexpected topics can lead to the most profound insights.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that progress is being made even on the most complex challenges we face.
Yeah.
And that innovation and ingenuity are alive and well.
Well, this deep dive has certainly given me a lot to think about.
Me too.
And it's got me wondering what other groundbreaking technologies are out there,
Right.
just waiting to be, discovered and scaled up.
That's the beauty of innovation. There's always something new on the horizon.
Yeah.
And sometimes the most unexpected discoveries can lead to the most transformative changes.
Yeah, it really does feel like we're kind of on the verge of some major breakthroughs, not just in, the world of EVs, but like in how we approach, resource extraction and sustainability as a whole.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it's about recognizing that, the choices we make today as consumers and, investors and citizens,
Mhm.
they all have a big impact
Yeah.
on the world that we're creating.
And, for anyone out there listening who's thinking like, okay, this is all very interesting, but like, what does it mean for me?
Right.
Well, it could mean a future where electric vehicles are more affordable, more accessible
Yeah, for everyone.
to everyone.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it could also mean a future where the batteries powering those vehicles, and our phones and countless other devices are produced in a way that's less harmful
Right.
to the planet.
So as you gather with loved ones this holiday season,
Yeah.
maybe this deep dive will spark some interesting dinner table conversations.
I hope so.
Yeah, maybe you'll inspire someone to, take a closer look at the companies and the technologies that
Yeah.
are, helping to shape a more sustainable future.
Absolutely.
And who knows, maybe next Christmas we'll be talking about even more groundbreaking advancements in lithium refining
Oh, I hope so.
and the whole EV revolution.
Yeah, that'd be great.
From both of us, we wish you a very happy holiday season.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Stay curious, stay informed, and stay tuned for more deep dives in the new year.
We'll see you next year.